Dot product of two vectors, which we call scalar product, because the result is a scalar. We are multiplying two vectors, but the result is a scalar. That's why dot product is also called scalar product, and that is how it is defined, because it is defined according to the necessity that arise out of certain phenomena. See, suppose there is a particle or something, and there are two vectors. Let's say one vector is, let us say, a vector, and another vector is making some angle, and that is a b vector. So let's say it is a vector, it is a b vector, and let me write b up here. It's a b vector. The dot product of a and b vector is nothing but the product of magnitude of A with magnitude of B along A. That's the definition of dot product. When you say A vector dot B vector, it is magnitude of A vector multiplied by magnitude of B vector along A vector. Magnitude of B vector along A vector. How do we find that? Let's draw a line, thereby we are forming a right triangle. Suppose the angle between the two vectors A vector and B vector is theta. The length of the hypotenuse side, if this vector is P vector, the length of this line is B. In a right triangle, sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse side. Opposite side is equal to hypotenuse side times sine theta. So the length of this is B sine theta. And this length is, let us say, if this length is B, the adjacent side of theta is this side. So adjacent side by hypotenuse side is cos theta. So adjacent side is equal to hypotenuse side times cos theta, or this is B cos theta. B cos theta. The length of this entire line is equal to A. Now magnitude of A is A and magnitude of B. B has two effects. So if you want to write it in the vector form, this is B cos theta and this is B sin theta. But this B sin theta will not act in this way, because this is the point of action. The B sin theta will act from here. So the B vector has got two components, B cos theta and B sin theta. So you can write B vector like this. B vector is B cos theta along x plus B sin theta along y. But the vector along x direction is called I cap. So B vector can be written as B cos theta along the x-axis. That's what the meaning of I cap, because its value is 1. So B cos theta into 1 is B cos theta only, but I cap says that it is along x, plus B sin theta into j cap. So here the value of I cap equal to value of j cap equal to value of k cap is equal to 1. They are all unit vectors. So then magnitude of A, magnitude of B along A vector. So the B vector has got two components. One is B cos theta and B sin theta. So the value of the vector B along the x-axis or along A vector is B cos theta. So magnitude of A into B cos theta. Whenever you multiply two vectors A and B, the result is magnitude of A multiplied by magnitude of B along A. So AB cos theta. So A is nothing but the magnitude of A, B is nothing but the magnitude of B into cos theta. Its value is a scalar and full of numbers. So A dot B is often defined as the product modulus A, modulus B and cos theta. The product of magnitude of A with magnitude of B along A. That's the definition. So then how do we just represent the same in vector form, like say coordinate form? In the coordinate form like this, so this vector A vector is fully along x-axis, let us say. So A vector is nothing but, A vector is nothing but A along x-axis. So, and B vector is this way, and that B vector has got two components. B along x-axis is B cos theta, and B along y-axis is B sin theta, and this because this angle is theta. So this is B cos theta along x-axis, B sin theta along y-axis. Then A vector dot B vector is A vector can be written as A I cap dot B vector can be written as B cos theta I cap plus B sin theta j cap. And here A first term into first term is A B cos theta into, because it is dot I plus this multiplied by this is AB sin theta into I dot j. Then I dot I, when you multiply its value, it is again dot product. The dot product is AB cos theta. So I said that I cap, j cap and k cap are unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So I dot I is modulus I into cos. The angle between that vector and the same vector is 0 degree. So modulus of I, we said that these are all unit vector, its values are 1 into cos 0 is 1, and so it is 1. So it is AB cos theta into 1 plus AB sin theta I dot j, because j vector is 90 degree to I vector, right? So I vector dot j vector is equal to modulus I modulus j into cos theta, here theta is 90 degree. So it is 1 into cos 90 is 0. So I dot j is 0. So AB sin theta into 0. So whenever we do dot product, if we get I cap dot j cap or j cap dot k cap or I cap dot k cap or k cap dot I cap, all are going to give you values 0. But because x and y axis are 90 degree to each other, then the angle between I cap and j cap is 90 degree, and z axis is 90 degree to x axis and 90 degree to y axis. So the angle between I cap, j cap and k cap, because all the axes x, y and z axis are mutually perpendicular to each other, then the angle between all of them is 90 degree. So it is whether it is I dot j or j dot k or k dot I or k dot j, anything, they are all going to be 0. What else are going to be 1? I dot I equal to j dot j equal to k dot k are equal to 1. So now here, as we did, A dot B is AB cos theta plus 0. Suppose if any vector can be done in any way, you can also refer a vector or represent a vector in the form of a coordinate. So suppose A vector is 3i cap plus 4j cap and B vector is 6k cap plus 3j cap. Now what you need to do is, in order to get I dot I, you have to multiply the coefficient of I with coefficient of I. How do you carry out this dot product thing, A dot B? If there is no k or something, whatever is not there, put a 0. Here it is 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. K cap is not there, so it is 0 k cap dot b vector. So it is I cap is not there, so it is 0 I cap plus 3 j cap plus 6 k cap. Now I dot I 0, j dot j 3 into 4 into 3, which is 12 into j dot j. We know j dot j is 1, and then 0 into 6, which is 0. So the value of this product is 12. That's how one should do dot product.